Welcome to the Bedrock Motors Auto Show. Today we're going to look at all three of our locations. We have a store in Monticello, we have a store in Rogers, and right now we're in Blaine. We're right on the corner of 99th Street and Central Avenue. We have a huge selection of cars to go over today. We're kind of in our early fall, back to school, getting ready for winter stage. And if you're a Blaine resident and you drive by our store a lot, you'll see that we moved all of the sports cars off of the front row and we loaded it up with pickups. So we're going to talk about some of those today. But first, let's talk about this beautiful SUV. One of the things that we're really good at Bedrock Motors is finding great value in vehicles. So I was at a Cadillac store the other day and I saw a new Escalade that was a window sticker price of almost $100,000. And I don't know about you, but I can't afford that kind of a vehicle. But what I can afford is something like this that's a few years older. This is a beautiful truck, has every option available. It's got these bright, shiny chrome wheels. This car was obviously very well cared for, and the reason I know that is that one of the things we do at Bedrock is we are very active in marketing to our old customers. So we sold this car a long time ago to a guy who took very good care of it. It was time for him to upgrade, so we took it back in on trade. We have almost all of the maintenance history of the vehicle, and we know it was cared for, and we know the customer. So when you look at this car, you know, not only is it a great looking car, but maintenance-wise, feature-wise, everything in this truck works. It's a 2008 with only 130,000 miles on it, so lots of life left and loaded with stuff. So we talked about the wheels. It has navigation radio. It has a sunroof. It has a DVD player in the back. It has heated seats, Bose sound system, bucket seats in the second row. This is a great vehicle with tons of features. It's got a towing package on it. We got a power lift gate that works on it. These seats in the back will either fold down or they pop right out. Great example of what we carry at Bedrock Motors, and when we started this segment we talk about value. So this car isn't $100,000, it's a little bit over $20,000. And if you want to take a look at current pricing, make sure you look at our website, bedrockmotors.com. We got lots more stuff to show you. Thanks for watching.
Hi, Juan Petit with Bedrock Motors of Rogers. It's that time of year, fantasy football season. You may not have the luck and win a fantasy football trophy or championship like I have in our league at Bedrock here, but you could win with one of these. This truck is an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful 2015 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8. Danny, if you want to kind of swing in here and get the sun on this paint is something special. It's a black pearl metallic. It's got, as you get closer, and I don't know if it's coming through on TV or screen here, but you can see all the little different color flakes. You see a lot of like little greens, blues. There's even a little bit of purple and violet in there, but awesome color. You know, and I'm sure it's not doing its justice. But this one is the SRTA. You get the scoops in the hood for ventilation, so it sucks in that air and maximizes all the horsepower on there. I'm not even sure what the horsepower is on this, but I'd imagine it's on the high 400s. But it's got the black wheels. You get the street racing wheels, 20-inch rims. You get the black Grand Cherokee as well. This interior is absolutely to die for. You get the two-tone, or not the two-tone, but you get the leather, the suede insert seats, you get the power seats. This thing's got everything that you can imagine on a vehicle. You know, I was driving into work today and I was thinking, you know, what did they do 20 years ago with technology on cars? They talk about cruise options and this and that. We're way beyond that with this one. This one's got adaptive cruise control, and I know I've mentioned that in a couple shows before, but here we'll walk around and I'm going to have Danny hop in here to kind of get a little bit better, more in touch with it. But there's the back seat. You got the two-tone suede and leather seats all throughout the vehicle. On the side inserts, if you want to go back a little bit, you got the carbon fiber inserts on the side doors as well as on the dash. The back of this vehicle is pretty cool too. As you can see, it's got the power rear tailgate. You get these are black chrome exhaust tips, so it just kind of matches the car. It's got a similar look all the way through. They paid attention to every detail on this. You got the SRT8, and again, that means street racing technology by Dodge. You got the trailer hitch cover, and this is like, think of this like a sports car for all seasons. Doesn't matter if you're winter, summer, or not, because this one is an all-wheel drive as well. In the back as well, same thing from this different side. You got that 60-40 split bench, so you can fit up to 5 people, or you can kind of customize it based on your what your passengers have. But here's this. I'll start it up here, and it's got a pretty cool thing. If you want to zoom down here, it's got this little launch button, And I was too afraid to do this, but you hit that, and then basically once you're in park, it says to launch vehicle must be in drive. You put that in drive, and it says that you actually have to put your foot on the brake and put full acceleration into that, then you go. And then if you can kind of zoom in here right now, what it'll test everything on the vehicle, how it's performing or not. But as you can see, these are the G forces that it's going. So it can, as you're road racing or going on the track, you can kind of calculate what the G's is on the front, the side, the passenger side, and then the rear. But pretty amazing, pretty cool. You got paddle shifters here on the dash as well. This is the adaptive cruise control. So as you're going, it'll judge the distance, and you can kind of control that if you want to go closer to the car ahead of you or slow down. So all you have to pretty much do is just pay attention to the road, and it'll do everything else for you. So it'll alleviate the distracted driving. Plus you got Bluetooth on there. There's where you can receive and hang up your calls. You got the navigation. Again, you got every kind of information that you want to get on here, emergency information. You can do your destination to and from, but absolutely great vehicle. For more information on this one, go to bedrockmotors.com, but unbelievable car. You really got to check it out.
Hi folks, welcome to Bedrock Motors Monticello. The first truck I'm going to go over with you here is a 2012 Sierra Denali, white diamond color. We got brand new tires. It's got the nice oval Nerf bars. Take a look inside here. We got the black leather, navigation, moonroof, heated seats, heated steering wheel. It's got it all, and even cooled seats. Full crew cab. Seats fold up nice and easy. Got plenty of room for the family, for stuff. And back here, it's got the backup camera as well. Got a bug shield back there that goes with the truck if you want it or not. It's a nice spray-on bed liner, fold-up tonneau cover. Very sharp truck. Next one we got right next to us here, sorry, I'm in your way. 2014 Ram, 16,000 miles. This is the crew cab with the full 6.5-foot box. Kind of a rare gem, because normally you get the little 5-foot box that most crew cabs come with, but this has got the rare 6.5-foot box. Plenty of room for the family. You get the bigger door than the quad cab. This has got the bucket seats up front. It's got navigation, push button, everything. This has even got heated seats, heated steering wheel. So it's got all the goodies. The only thing you're missing is really the leather, and some people don't like it. Some people prefer the cloth. Got nice 20-inch chrome wheels. Parking sensors up front, parking sensors in the back, so you don't have to worry about hitting a thing. Very sharp, very nice truck. I'm going to take a look at it from the driver's side, get a little better look of everything on this side. 8-speed automatic transmission, Hemi V8, very, very nice truck. I've been averaging almost 19 miles a gallon driving it.
At our Bedrock Motors Blaine location, I mentioned before, we spent last weekend rearranging our entire inventory of vehicles, getting ready for the fall. And if you look at our frontage road right on Highway 65, we have a huge selection of trucks. We specialize in all of the domestic manufacturers, so we have a ton of Fords, Chevys, Dodges, and a really wide selection and range of prices and options. And the one that we're going to talk about today, this is a Ford F-150, and we really look hard to find cars with all of the options. You can get a plain Jane, kind of a rental car feel vehicle, but we really seek out the loaded one. So this is an F-150 Lariat, and if you look at the beautiful paint job on this, this is actually the white diamond. And it may be hard to see on the screen, but this car in person is very sparkly, very metallic. Got beautiful wheels, and when we talk about features, this thing is absolutely loaded. It has the 5.4 liter V8 and tons of stuff on the inside. We have memory seats, we have heated seats with leather. This has the Microsoft Sync added to the sound system. It's got the beautiful bucket seats with the wooden center console. It's got a plug-in for your iPod. This one even has a sunroof up on top. And you know, what we specialize again at Bedrock are not super expensive vehicles. We like to find value. And this car is a 2010, so technically it's about 6 years old. And it just has over 100,000 miles on it. But there's a ton of life left in this vehicle. It looks sharp, it runs great, hardly a blemish on the body. Tires are good, it's got a tonneau cover. What more could you ask for? Come check us out at bedrockmotors.com for latest pricing and up-to-date inventory lists.
Hi, Juan Blvd with Bedrock Motors. Again, it's that time of season where we're transitioning from fall to winter, so there's going to be some snow. What a perfect vehicle to get you through those winter doldrums, and a four-wheel drive Chevy Suburban. This one's unique to Chevy Suburban just because most of the ones out there, they have the 7-passenger seat and the 2 buckets up front, the 2 buckets in the middle, then the rear bench. This one's the 8-passenger version, so you get the driver passenger in the front, plus a full bench in the middle, and then 3 seats for behind. So if you got that large family, or else you got a basketball team you got to haul around, or whatever you want, you got that. Plus you can customize the options, and I'll kind of show you what the seating arrangements are in those. But this one's an LT trim level, so you get, this one has the leather, so it's upgraded there. You get the moonroof, you get the power rear entertainment system as well, so it's pretty much just like the LTZ trim level, except the main difference is it doesn't have nav, doesn't have air ride either, which some people think that's a good thing or a bad thing, but this one does not, which is kind of what I personally prefer. But it's got that kind of the nice color exterior paint. It's kind of a purplish gray interior. It's got a nice gray leather interior as well, but very, very good condition interior. This one I believe has 130,000 miles on it, but you would not know it. It does have a 5.3 liter V8 motor, strong motor. You can tow pretty much anything you're going to want for the average residential user. So I believe it's up to about 7,500 pounds. So whether that's a boat, snowmobile trailer, or just your average utility trailer doing some lawn work and all that. But there you can see the bench in the back, and that bench does separate too. So you can fold down one seat and have 2, or else fold the other seat down and have 1 on the side if you have more work, or you can just fold them both down. On the back, I'm going to open this up, and you can see those rear seats are folded down, and you can sit 3 across from there. Those are removable. There's a little handle here. All you have to do is lift that up, pull it out, put it down on both sides, and fold the bench down as well, and you can fit a 4x8 sheet of sheetrock or anything. So you get a lot of versatility in these vehicles, plus your people hauling. So this is perfect for those soccer parents as well. But on the other side, same kind of thing, just a little different look from what I showed you before. You do have the rear air controls. That's on the back of that center console. That's what those buttons are for. You can get it hot, or your passengers can get it hot or cold, or have it come out of the roof or the floor, or a combination of both, depending on what time of weather or time of year for the weather. Passenger side, you get the power seat, plus you get the bolster. That's what that little star triangular thing is. But this vehicle has been through our service department. It's got great tires on it. It's ready to go. So come by to Bedrock Motors in Rogers, or go to our website at bedrockmotors.com.
All right, the next one we're going to go over here is this 2009 Ram Sport package. What the Sport gets you is everything's color keyed to match. Bumpers, wheel flares. It's got the nice Ram running boards. Take a peek inside here. Another one with the rear bucket seats. Got the center shift. Got leather interior. Very nice, very sharp truck. Looks like it's got a little bit of a lift, leveling kit going on. A real sharp truck. Tonneau cover. I think we got a bed liner too. It's got the factory dual exhaust. No, this one, you can put your own liner in it. Real nice truck. Good tires. We just put tires on it. We did front brakes, new struts, so this one's ready to go. Next one I want to go over is kind of a rare gem. This is a 15 Silverado quad cab, extra cab, whatever they're calling them nowadays. Z71, 6,000 miles. It's a full 4-door truck, super nice. You got cloth, heated seats. It's a one-owner truck. It's basically like a brand new demo. You're not going to find really anything wrong with it. Very sharp, nice driving truck. You run either E85, regular gas, got the active fuel manager, OnStar. It's got the big display radio. You can sync your phones up to it. Very sharp truck. It's in that really nice bright blue color. Not a lot of those out there. And I think it's got what they call the convenience package, where you get the heated seats and the big screen and all the fun stuff that goes along with it. Don't forget to check the websites. We got 3 locations: Rogers, Blaine, and of course Monticello. We got over almost 300 vehicles in inventory. If you see something you like, you want to get pre-approved, just apply right there online. Check out bedrockmotors.com.
As we gear up for fall, that doesn't mean we only have trucks and SUVs here. We still have a few sports cars left. If you want a great end of the season deal on a cool sports car, make sure you come to Bedrock Motors. Just a couple quick examples. This is a beautiful Corvette, excellent condition, paint, miles. This is exactly the car that you want. And as we walk down this way, I've got a couple convertibles left. So if you want to get a great end of the season deal on a Mustang convertible, here's a couple examples. Here's a new body style V6. And if you want a sleeper, cool, fast, big motor car, this is one definitely to come and look at. This, believe it or not, is only a 1997 Mustang convertible, and it's a Cobra, so it has the big V8 engine in it, manual transmission, still has a power top, leather interior. Unbelievable price. Make sure you check out bedrockmotors.com for all the details on this one. And I still have a couple of Challengers left, Chargers left, and some other sports cars. So make sure you check it out for end of the season deals.
Hi, Wombly today with Bedrock Motors. Now, I know when you think of Bedrock Motors, you usually think of, latest, greatest, some of these other cars that we showed for. But what the true value of Bedrock is what we find. It's not always the top end, most expensive vehicle. It's like this here. This is truly a one-of-a-kind vehicle. It's a 1999 Chevy Suburban. Now, you look at this, I believe it's got 149,000 miles, which is low for the year, but forget about that. You got to look at what this vehicle is. This vehicle is actually stored in the winters. You believe that? The previous owner used a four-wheel drive, full-size SUV and stored it in the winters. No rust on it. As we walk around here, Danny, you can kind of look up here, and when you look at these older ones, it's kind of notorious where you get the rust in here, but that's all clean. That's, and you really got to appreciate by looking at it in real life. But another area where these things had is in the rockers right on here. That's no rust. That's all factory paint, never been repainted. This one's actually, it is a one-owner truck, and this owner bought it brand new, so it was an LS trim level, which on those Suburbans back then, and actually a lot of vehicles and cargo vans, is that they were perfect for conversions. They kind of came in, they're very based vehicles. Some of them had vinyl, some of them didn't have any options, and then they'd go and get to a conversion company like Waldock, and that's kind of what this one did. So if you can look at the seats, these aren't factory seats. These are Waldock conversion seats. So the best way to kind of give a picture of what it's like a sofa. They just sit in there, it just wraps around you. Think of those big conversion vans. This is the interior that they have on there. But it does have the 8-passenger seating. You get the customized center console, but tires are good, but forget the options. It's all condition on this vehicle. This is truly a one-of-a-kind truck. For more information on it, go to Bedrock Motors for that. But I'm going to give you a couple little more tour around here. So on this one, you get the cargo doors, the barn doors, the old-fashioned. You don't see these too often, so it's almost like a throwback, which I suppose it is because it is a 99. But very, interior is clean. We really didn't have to do anything to this, just because of the previous owner's he truly loved this vehicle and maintained it. But I know he was sorry to see it go, but that's where we kind of are happy to see it come. We love taking in vehicles like this, that have a little history behind it and a nice little story. But great vehicle. Again, go to bedrockmotors.com for more information. Now, I popped open the hood so we can take a look at the engine. This one's a 350 V8, and for all you 90s motorheads, great solid vehicle. But take a look at it. It's absolutely clean. It doesn't show the year, the age of the vehicle, doesn't show the mileage on the vehicle. You can tell by the brand new alternator, that's been replaced as well. So, that's just one of those common things. It's not that it's a bad thing or not, it's just time, and this one, the time was already done. So for you don't have to worry about it. But again, more information, go to bedrockmotors.com.
At Bedrock Motors, we're always talking about variety and value. And one thing that we hear from our customers is that it's important for fuel economy. In the outer suburbs, we have lots of customers that drive into work. And what a great car, great gas mileage if you're looking for something extra. So this is one of the first cars we've ever had at Bedrock Motors. And I have to admit, it's kind of fun to drive. It's tiny. Everybody looks at you. They wonder what it is. And it is a smart car. And this one is the Passion model, which has a couple extra features than a base model. And one of the things is it has nice alloy wheels versus steel wheels with hubcaps. The other thing that I think is really cool, it doesn't look like it on the outside, but this whole top panel is transparent. So it's like a giant sunroof. And so it lets a lot of light in. It's kind of like a sunroof, except that it doesn't open. And inside, surprisingly enough, even though this is like half a car in normally what we're used to, I can sit all in this car and have plenty of room for my head, my legs. I'm about 6 feet tall and I'm comfortable in it. This model also, as you can see, has leather interior, automatic transmission, and it has all the basics. It has power windows, it has power mirrors, it has a CD player and air conditioning. If you're looking for a basic transportation, good mileage car, come and check out the Smart Car at Bedrock Motors. As you're gearing up for fall, how about a cool car with a remote starter? This one is a Cadillac DTS, loaded car, tons of features, lots of life left in this car, and it's only a 2007 with just over 100,000 miles. And at Bedrock Motors, we help you with financing. So if you've got great credit, we can help you shop for a good rate. If you've got not so good credit, we can help you get started and get you back on track. And this is a perfect example of what banks are looking for. And it's also a win for you because it's a nice car and you'd like to drive it. The banks like a car with good resale value, low miles for this age, and this is a perfect one. So if you're looking to get back on your feet or get started, you don't have to drive a junker, you can drive a cool car. And this one's loaded. It has heated and cooled leather seats, it has driver memory, it has a sunroof, it has Bose sound system. What more could you possibly want on a everyday good driving car? And everybody likes a Cadillac, black in color. Make sure you check out bedrockmotors.com for our latest pricing and miles and a list of our inventory.
Hi, Juan Boutique with Bedrock Motors. I kind of want to go on that fantasy football October season again, and I wanted to point out a Vikings purple. Actually, just kidding, it's not Vikings purple. This one's plum crazy purple. It's a Dodge Charger RT. So with the RT Daytona, excuse me, I forgot to mention that. With the Daytona, you get the decals on the hood. You get the decals on the side there, which separates it, makes it a little sporty looking. You get the Dodge Ram decal in the back rear quarter here. Plus, you get the bigger rims with the chrome. This one's got great tires on it. I'm gonna pop open the hood here. It is a Hemi motor in there, or not the hood, excuse me, but the driver's door. It's got the leather, it's got the two-tone suede seats, which is pretty well known for on the RT models. This one's got a moonroof. You get the center console, you get the insert with the matching color-coded center console, excuse me, sorry about that. On the rear passenger seat, it's got the same kind of interior throughout, so it's a nice little transition between that. And then if we go around the back too, Danny, we got a nice spoiler here, which is added on the RT models and the Daytona models. Plus there's that decal again, so it kind of just wraps all the way around the car and brings it into one. As you can see, it goes from there and then it kind of goes up and around again. But on the side here, what's kind of cool about the Daytona packages is if you kind of look right below that vent on the passenger side on the right there, it'll say the color, it'll say the Daytona, and then it's numbered. So there's only 1,400 of these plum crazy Daytonas out there. So you can have one, and they're kind of hard to find. And I know when we're doing these shows, whether it's Al, myself, or Juan up in Monticello, whenever we get one of these RTs in or something like that, they're always going to go on the show. So it's just one of those things that we're always looking for vehicles like this. So it's pretty cool. This one has been through our shop, so we did detail it. I hope that by the time this show airs that this vehicle will still be here, because it is truly very popular and it's one of a kind. Well, actually one out of 1,400, I believe is what it was. But for more information, go to bedrockmotors.com.
At Bedrock Motors, we really do have a car for everyone. With over 300 cars in stock at our 3 locations, there is a huge selection at all price points. We've got cars that start at a couple $1,000 all the way up to $60,000. We've got cars with really low miles, we've got cars with high miles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, and this car is not only a Grand Caravan, but it's also handicap accessible. So when we look at some of the features in this vehicle, and we'll show you on the other side, this seat powers back and twists. So if you're in a wheelchair, you can ride up the ramp. They call it a transfer seat. So you can get out of your wheelchair into there and actually drive this vehicle. And it's also got wheelchair tie downs inside. This is an amazing conversion, and it was actually done locally at Rolex. So it's a Rolex conversion. They're done down in Savage, Minnesota. And they lower the floor, completely customize the interior of it. They put these lower ground effects on so you can't hardly tell. This has an electronic kneeling feature, so it'll actually lower down to the ground so it's easier to get the accessible ability. And what's so cool about this is this came in on trade. You might remember a few months back we had a 2015 very similar vehicle. Customer bought that, traded this one in, and believe it or not, this is a 2007 with only 34,000 miles on it. Very well cared for, everything works inside, and when you compare this vehicle on our website, bedrockmotors.com, to some of the ones that they sell at Rolex, this is $1,000, several $1,000s in savings, and it's great miles and tons of features. I'm going to show you how this ramp works on this other side, and then we'll also show you how this thing lowers down. And there's a couple ways to do it, but there's a switch right here on the back so that you can get at it. And if we hold it, we'll see this door move all the way, and then in just a minute this ramp is going to fold out. Very easy to get into, and there's wheelchair tie downs in the back, or you can sit in the front seat. And I'll show you how that transfer seat works too. And as you can see, moving the seat forward and back just makes it easier to access. Check us out at bedrockmotors.com.
All right, next thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna kind of fire through some of the other vehicles just to show you we don't sell just nice looking trucks. We also got really nice SUVs. This one here is a 13 Explorer XLT, leathered up, 4-wheel drive, very nicely equipped. Brand new brakes all the way around, good tires. Check that one out online, bedrockmotors.com. This one here is a Buick Enclave CXL, sunroof, 76,000 miles for an 08. That's really low miles, real nice color, really good shape. This one looks like it's got brand new tires on it as well. Here's a nice little 4-wheel drive Jeep. It's a little Jeep Compass, 4x4, leathered up, moonroof. It's got all the goodies, 4-wheel drive, and good gas mileage. Next one here, this is a little Kia Sportage, 2012, 40,000 miles. Really rare thing about it, it's a manual transmission. So you're gonna get really good gas mileage. You're gonna get gas mileage like, you know, a small little car would get. Real nice vehicle, good low miles. Here's a little Chevy Captiva Sport. This is a 2010, I believe. Don't quote me on that, I could be a little wrong. Try to know most everything in our inventory. It's got good tires, really nice little vehicle. This is kind of a segue off the Saturn View, a lot of the same stuff, but it's all GM. Next one we got here, this is a Jeep Liberty Sport 4x4 sunroof. This one is one of the cheapest ones in town. Really nice, good tires. This one's been completely gone through. Check that out online. Next one we got is a nice little Honda CR-V EX. So that means it's got leather, it's got moonroof, it's got all the good stuff. As you can see, it's got brand new tires. It's kind of that nice mocha steel color. Once again, check us out, bedrockmotors.com. There's 3 locations, Rogers, Blaine, and Monticello. Phone numbers on the screen. You want to get pre-approved online, just go to bedrockmotors.com, hit the credit application. Also up here at Monticello, we probably got 20 cars that you're looking at under 13 grand or less. Make sure you check out the website, bedrockmotors.com.
Thanks again for watching the Bedrock Motors Auto Show today. Remember, when you come to any of our locations, to use our smartphone app. We have barcodes on all of the vehicles. You can scan with your phone and get up-to-the-minute pricing on every single one of our cars in stock, or go to bedrockmotors.com. Thanks again for watching.